Yes, you really can make stickers out of laser cut files and other file types that you might not expect, and I'm going to show you how. Okay friends, I'm really excited about today's video because I'm going to show you how to make stickers out of unconventional file types. So a lot of people will be looking for files and they'll find like a laser cut wood file that they love, but they think they can't use it because they don't have a Glowforge or another kind of laser cutter. Or they'll find a sublimation file and they'll think, well, I would love to use that file, but I don't have a sublimation printer. So today we're going to talk about how you can use those files to make other things, today specifically stickers. First, let's jump over to the computer. We're going to look for some design files and I'm going to show you kind of what I look for when I want to make a sticker file out of something that's not traditionally a sticker file. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is think about what kind of stickers we want to make. Normally, if I was just looking for sticker files, I would probably type like sticker or stickers, and you're gonna see tons of sticker files come up. So these are things that people have already created to be stickers. Most of the time, those are gonna be PNG files. You can see that usually in the upper right-hand corner or within the description of the listing. And a lot of times that's like someone has made this with the intent of it being a sticker. But the purpose of this video is to show you that you don't have to stop here. You can make almost any file type into a sticker, including laser cut files, which we're gonna play with today. And I just want you to see that even if you don't have a laser machine, even if you don't have a sublimation printer, you can still use these files. So instead of searching sticker, let's go search for kind of what we want the design of the sticker to be. Let's just do gingerbread. I'm gonna search gingerbread man. Maybe we wanna make some gingerbread stickers. So you can see when I do that, this is actually gonna be great because we've got a wide variety of files here and we're gonna look at quite a few so you can kind of see what I look for, and then I'm gonna talk to you about how I alter them in Cricut Design Space in the second half of this video. This is a great one to look at. This is a laser cut file. Okay, so it's intended to be an ornament. So we're gonna look at that one because that's a good like wood cut SVG to take a look at. This one's great because it's supposed to be like a felt banner, not really supposed to be a sticker. So we're gonna look at that one. Here's some more wood cut files that would make great stickers. Here's some sublimation files that I think would make really good stickers. We're gonna look at those too because I also wanna talk to you about what if it's not the right shape for your sticker. And then here's like some that are kind of meant to be stickers. So we could pull some of those in, but I really wanna get like one more in here that's not at all intended to be a sticker file. Here's like an embroidery file. I've actually never tried it with an embroidery file. Maybe we should try it. Okay, let's look at what we have. First, we talked about this ornament. So this is a wood cut file. You can see it's like hot cocoa, gingerbread, but you can see this is 3D, right? Like if I look at it here, here's what the design looks like, right? Like we've got all of our wood cut pieces. You might look at this and think, I can't use this. I don't have a laser cutter. Wrong. We're gonna use it. So let's go ahead and download it. I'm just gonna go ahead and unzip it by clicking on that zip file there, and we'll pull it into Cricut Design Space in just a minute, but let's download all of our files first. I like this one as well, this little like banner. So let's go ahead and download it as well. Again, this is clearly like a multi-layered felt banner or paper banner. It's not intended as a sticker file, but we're gonna use it. I wanna do this one too. This is a sublimation file, but it's not really the right shape for a sticker. So I wanna show you kind of how to play with that as well. So we're gonna download that. It looks like these are individual files, but we're just gonna pick one. We really don't care. I'm just showing you how to do it. So we're gonna pick the first one. Hopefully it's that snowman because that's my favorite. And then last but not least, we have our embroidery design. Now, I've never done this with an embroidery design before. So the thing you wanna look for when you're picking a good sticker is what the file type is. So if we have an SVG, we can use it. If we have a DXF file, we can use that. If we have PNG, we can use that. But if it's something other than that, maybe pick something else. We really want it to be something that we can pull into Cricut Design Space and manipulate. As long as you can use it in Cricut Design Space, you're good to go. So I don't actually know what kind of file type this is. Here we go. So we're gonna get, ooh, we do get a PDF. So we're probably not gonna use this embroidery file. If they had included a DXF file or an SVG, we could have used it, but it looks like this is really embroidery specific. So boo, very sad. We're gonna not do that one. But now that we have the ones we want to choose from, the other thing I wanna make sure to note is you might be hesitant to pick designs like this one. I'll explain why. So a lot of times people want to stray away from designs like this that have a lot of negative space, because if you're going to make a sticker out of that, it's going to have a lot of little cut marks in it. It's going to be hard to use, but we can actually manipulate that in Cricut Design Space to our advantage. So I'm going to show you how to use a file like this and turn it into a sticker file. So we're going to download that. Typically people try to pick sticker files that they have like a clear backing or they have a clear outline area. Something more like this, where it's very clear where the Cricut is gonna cut right there. But when there's a lot of negative space, it can feel like it's not gonna make a good sticker, but have no fear. We can fix that. On that note, we have plenty of files to choose from. Let's hop over to Cricut Design Space, and I'm gonna show you how to manipulate these to actually make stickers. Here we are in Cricut Design Space. We're gonna go ahead and select New Project, and I'm just gonna select a blank canvas. And the first thing I wanna do is just get all my files uploaded. So I'm gonna go to Upload, Upload Image, Browse, and I'm gonna go to my Downloads folder. We have put 4 in here. So we have our Christmas Cocoa characters, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull in the SVG file. So this is that multi-layered woodcut file where it's like a gingerbread hot cocoa situation. I'm gonna pull in the SVG. It looks a little scary, but go ahead and upload it. Don't worry about messing with it right now, just stick it there. Now we're gonna go upload our second one, which was our gingerbread banner. Again, we're gonna pull in the SVG file. We're gonna go grab our third one, which was this sublimation file. Anytime it's a sublimation file or a PNG, we're gonna select flat graphic, which indicates print then cut. And then let's go get our fourth and final one, which was that one that had a lot of negative space that we talked about would make it hard to make a sticker out of. And again, we're grabbing the SVG file. Whenever you can grab the SVG file, do. All right, and now we're gonna look at these one at a time, and I'm gonna show you how I would manipulate them to make a good sticker file. Before we do that, let's talk really quickly about the makings of a good sticker file. The first is color. We want it to be colorful, we want it to have contrast, we want it to have multiple colors. Anytime we're doing a print then cut, it's not really advantageous to us to print something that's just one color. So we're looking for something that has multiple colors and is fun and visually appealing. The second thing we want is clean cuts. We don't want something with a ton of intricate cuts in the middle. That's gonna make a sticker really hard to peel, really hard to use. We really want a sticker that we can just cut around the outline and have all of our detail and all of our visual excellence in the middle of the sticker. The cuts are not the thing that needs to be hard. It needs to be very simple to cut it out because we're gonna have to peel this thing and use it. So we want simple cuts, and therefore we want a clean outline. Those are really the two big things we're gonna be looking for. So we're gonna be trying to turn each of these into that, and we'll do it in different ways because they're all different file types. Our first one, which is our woodcut file. So looking at this, the first thing you wanna do almost always is ungroup. So that way we can deal with each piece individually. You can ungroup by selecting this little button right here. And when you do, you can see here's all my little pieces. Also, you can see we've lost some detail, especially like on the face here, and that's usually because of the order of the cuts. When something is a laser cut file, they're really unconcerned with the order of the cuts because the Glowforge knows to engrave versus cut, and it doesn't really matter as much about the layering. Because we're in Cricut now, it matters a little bit more. So I'm gonna look at these little layers panels and make sure everything makes sense. I see my little face down here, and I can tell it's hiding behind something, so I'm just gonna drag it to the top, and then we get to see it. And the same with this detailing here. I can see it, but I'm gonna go ahead and drag it to the top anyway so that it stays up there. Everything else looks great. So now it's just a matter of defining our colors and lining everything up. It's important to think about what each of these pieces is really intended to be. So I'm gonna drag some things to the front again, just so that we can see what we're working with here. And by like kind of putting it where it's supposed to go, I can kind of get an idea of what that's supposed to be. So this is clearly like the red portion of our candy canes. So I'm gonna keep it red. Usually our backing layer is black or white. Maybe brown in this case since he's supposed to be a gingerbread man. So I might just drop in a brown for now and we can play with that more in a minute. But I'm gonna go ahead and start layering this up how it would be put together in real life. So I'm starting to think this is supposed to be white because why would we have a brown and red candy cane? So I'm gonna go in, change that to white. And I'm gonna change his facial features to black here. And you can see a lot of this is trial and error. We're really just playing with it. We're trying to figure out what goes where, what everything's supposed to look like. And some of this you're gonna just figure out as you go by kind of dragging things around and playing with them. I'm looking at this piece now and it looks like it nests behind. So now I'm like, I think that was supposed to be our white layer. So let's actually make that one white and let's make his face brown again. We're heading in the right direction for sure. So now we're gonna look at this layer, which I'm trying to think of what that might be. I think it goes on the top. It also could be white Or maybe this is red and this layer is white. Nope, that's too much white. So now if you get stuck, which I tend to do sometimes, I go and look back at the listing image because usually there's a final product image and it will show you kind of what you're supposed to be doing. So I'm gonna jump back over to design bundles really quick. I'm gonna take a look at what that original listing image looked like and then we can go back and we can play with it. Because I can go see what I've recently downloaded and that should help. Okay, I've looked back at the listing image. We've mostly got it right so far. This little piece is actually supposed to be like a lighter tan, like a light brown. And remember that we can use our advanced color picker here to get more nuanced colors, which I tend to do when I'm not like loving what I'm working with. I also don't like love his color of brown right now. I kind of want him to be a little like a grayer brown, more like that. So we're gonna use that. The other thing I noticed is this is the same color. Oop. And it needs to move to the front. This little guy is the same color as his hat right here, which we can use color sync to drag it into the right layer, but we just have so many extraneous layers right now. I'm gonna try not to do it that way. So I'm just gonna click the right ones. His little bow tie is red in the image, and then he has these cute little pink cheeks. So I'm gonna drag this to the front of our layer here. All we're really doing here is just putting it together as if we would have put it together in real life if we had made it out of wood. So we're just kind of putting everything in its right place and imagining what it would look like. And that looks so much better. I'm gonna go layer by layer now that everything is the right color and make sure it's lined up. So first I'm doing it with this one. I'm just kind of aligning it until you can't really see the underneath part. And I'm just using my arrow keys to kind of move it into place. That looks good, that looks good. So I'm looking at those curly cues and I'm just waiting until the red disappears. That looks great. Same thing here. We're just gonna align it until that red totally disappears. Now we're gonna work on that bow tie, and then I'm just gonna get his little cheeks. I'm just kind of visually aligning them with the other side. And once I have it all put together, I can then go in and make it into a sticker. The only thing about this that I'm not loving is we still have our little ornament hook up here, so we can actually use the slice feature to get rid of it. So I'm gonna get a little circle shape here, and I really just need that circle to cover up just the little circle part of our brown. I'm not worried about covering the candy cane because slice only works between 2 layers. So it's only gonna slice or punch through the layer I tell it to. So it's okay if we cover up our candy canes. We are only slicing this brown layer. So I'm gonna cover up the part I want to slice away, and then I'm gonna select my circle, use Shift click to select the brown layer I want to slice, and then I just hit slice. And when I do that, it's gonna move that layer to the top. So we are gonna have to fix that in a second, but that's not a problem. All we have to do is move it back down. Now I'm gonna move away and delete the pieces that I sliced away. And you can see we've gotten rid of that little top part, which is great. We didn't want that. So then I can slide my slice result back to the bottom, and now we have a completed gingerbread sticker. So all I need to do is flatten this. And the flatten feature tells Cricut, I wanna do this as a print and cut. I don't want you to cut out every individual layer. I just want you to cut out the outline. So we're gonna go in, select everything, and select flatten. And now that I do, I have this cute little sticker. If you wanna add extra dimension to your sticker and create a little outline, you can also do that with the offset tool. So I'm gonna select offset. I like my offsets to be really small, so I usually drop this down to about 0.15. You can see it's gonna show you how much outline it's actually gonna give you. I still think that's actually a little bit big. I'm gonna drop it down even more, and then I'm gonna select apply. And when I do, it creates that cute little outline offset that we love with stickers, and you can change the color of that offset just like you would with anything else. So I could go in and make it a red offset if I wanted to, a white offset if I wanted to. I can go make it an entirely different color if I want to. I could even make it pink. If you do an offset, make sure you go in and flatten a second time by selecting everything and selecting flatten. And now we have this adorable sticker file that is perfect for print and cut. And this started as a wood cut laser file, which is crazy. So indeed, you can use these files for truly anything as long as you can get them in to Cricut Design Space. We've seen how to do it. Now let's do it quicker, and I'll show you how I would do this process again, but on these little gingerbread banners. So again, we're gonna ungroup. I'm gonna move a lot faster this time, so hang with me. I'm gonna go ahead and line everything up. I'm gonna think about colors a little bit. I kind of want these to be like shades of pink and red, and I'll probably go in and change exactly the colors to what I want. I love like a magenta, like hot pink for Christmas stuff. So I'm gonna go in and do that. Gonna match that color. Now I'm not liking my red, so I'm gonna go in really quickly, see what else I like. I like that. We're gonna do that. I only want one of these, so I'm actually just gonna cut away this other one. I need to get rid of those little marks right there, those little hanging spots. The only thing is, it's gonna be hard to use a circle to get rid of it. I might need like I'm gonna use like a half moon, see if I can get in there and get a really close cut. Ooh, it's gonna be hard making it shallower. I wanna get a really close slice to get rid of this without damaging the actual ornament, because that curve is so nice. So I'm just kind of like playing with it. That's pretty close. And I think once I add the offset, you won't be able to tell. So we're gonna go in, slice and dice that, see how it looks. We're gonna end up cutting into our ornament just a wee, just slicing away these little spots that would be where the banner hangs. I'm really not gonna know whether I dislike this until I actually add my offset. Let's get that little crescent. It did seem to work to make it like really, oh my goodness, why didn't I do it like that last time? That was so much cleaner. Get it all at once. That was so much cleaner, but it's okay. Now I know. Add my offset, and I kind of want my offset to be white for this one. Can't really see it right now, but you will be able to see it when I actually print it out. And then let's do this again. This one's gonna be even harder because we've got our little banner holding part is like right there in the middle, which is annoying. So I'm gonna get this set up exactly how I want it, and then I'm gonna figure out how to get in there and get rid of those little circles. I think I'm gonna need an odd shape, and I think that that shape is you. Figuring out what shape to slice with is kind of a hobby for me. Let's try it. Sometimes you just don't know till you try. It's beautiful. You know what I should have done is duplicated that shape before I deleted it, because I think choosing banners is like the hardest one you could possibly do, because it does get a little hard to deal with the little spots where it connects. Slice. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is just an example. All right, let's get our little thing on top here. Flatten, and then I'm gonna add an offset, and I want it to be, oh, that was kind of cute. Let's do it in red. Okay, so that's showing you, oh, I need to flatten that again. Almost forgot. Oh, I didn't flatten that one again too. All right, so we've got 3 stickers. Now let's talk about this one. All right, let's talk about sublimation files as stickers. So when I make a sublimation file into a sticker, shape is what I'm primarily concerned with. If you want this to be a square, you're pretty much done. You may just want to add like an offset to add like a little outline to your sticker. If you want to make it into a different shape, like a circle or something different entirely, use the slice feature, just like we used before. So maybe I want this to be kind of like a scallop sticker. I'm just going to take what's in the center, which means this is going to be like a weirdly focused sticker, but that's fine. I'm going to select my shape underneath and I'm going to slice it. What I'm going to do is get rid of the outside. And now I have this little scallop shaped sticker that I can then go add an offset to. And there you have it. Now we have this cute little sticker that actually looks like a sticker shape. This would be a good sticker for like packaging. This would be a good sticker for like sealing envelopes with for the Christmas season. Something kind of different, but still a really cool use of a sublimation file that's not like a typical sticker shape. And then last but not least, we're gonna zoom through it. We're gonna talk about what do we do if we have a file that we really like, but it's just not cut out for stickerdom. This one has a ton of negative space. Cutting this out would be a hot mess. And even if I flattened it, the Cricut would still try to come in and cut all this empty space. So we need to fill that empty space with a backing. Cricut Design Space does have the create sticker feature, but I'll be totally honest with you, if you don't want to pay for Cricut Access, I would recommend just using a shape. This is in the shape of a circle already, which makes it really easy. So I just need to go in and get a circle that covers my design, move it to the back. Let's make it look like a cookie. So I'm gonna make the background this like light, like cookie color, and then I'm gonna make this sugar and spice thing white. That's kind of cute. I like that. Now I'm just gonna align everything, align center, align vertically, and then we're gonna flatten it. And there we go. Now we have another cute sticker that would be perfect for packaging. It would be perfect for putting on an envelope. We've made all of our stickers out of these vastly different files, so let's just make them and I'll show you how you would do that. First thing I'm gonna look at is size. I tend to like a sticker to be no bigger than 2 inches in width. If they get a lot bigger than that, they just get kind of hard to work with and you become limited in what they could be used for. So I'm gonna make all these 2 inches in width, and then I'm really not gonna worry about placement for these. I'm just gonna let the Cricut place it it however we want because we're gonna make individual stickers, not a sticker sheet. Your settings would be different if you were gonna do it as a sticker sheet. So let's hit make it. I don't really care about saving my project. It's just gonna align them in the most practical way. We do wanna do it on a mat, but we want our material size to be 8.5 by 11 because that is the size of my sticker paper. Well, let's go ahead and hit continue. We are gonna be sending it to the printer, but once we print these out, we're gonna be cutting these on the medium cardstock setting. I find that that's like ideal for making stickers that punch all the way through. Die cut stickers is what that's called. So really quickly, there's two different types of stickers: die cut stickers and kiss cut stickers. Die cut stickers are stickers you would sell or give individually, where you're just handing them the whole sticker and they can peel it and use it whenever they want. Kiss cut stickers, you would hand someone a sticker sheet and then they can peel each sticker off individually as they choose to use it. The settings you select on your Cricut are going to be dependent on which type of stickers you want. Die cut stickers, I like to use the medium cardstock setting, and for kiss cut stickers, I use the sticky note setting. Today we're gonna do die cut stickers and we're gonna be using the medium cardstock setting. So let's print these and make them with our Cricut. So to load the sticker paper in, I do use these Betke labels as my sticker paper. They are incredibly durable, so that's why I love them, and you can get them on Amazon. I put them in with the back side facing up. That's just because of how my printer will feed it in and then out. And then we're just going to hit print. Cricut does give you the option to add bleed, and I choose not to do that. So I'm gonna use toggle off the add bleed, and then we're gonna let it print. You can also see over here on the computer, I've already selected the medium cardstock setting. We are gonna be cutting on that. Okay, our sticker sheet is printed, and technically we could go ahead and cut it like this, but as you can see, it's got a really matte finish to it. There's no gloss, there's no shine, and these wouldn't be waterproof or very durable. So if you want to add that to your sticker sheets, which I would highly recommend, you're going to want to laminate them. I use these Avery self-adhesive laminating sheets. They are very simple to use, and they add durability, gloss, and sheen, and they make your stickers waterproof. So to do it, the only extra step is we really don't want our laminating sheet to cover our registration marks, because when it covers the registration marks, it can create a more imprecise cut and you just don't get that like perfect outline on your stickers sometimes. So what I like to do is cut my laminating sheet down to size by just creating a couple marks right inside my registration marks there, and then I'm going to use just a straight edge cutter to cut a line where I made those marks. So in doing it this way, I'm really just cutting my laminating sheet down to size for this particular sticker sheet. And I could even use those pieces of laminating sheet later on if I wanted to for a different project. I'm gonna set those off to the side. And now we have our little piece of laminating sheet that covers just our sticker design. So to use this, you're just gonna peel away the top part right here. It has a nice little perforation for you. I'm gonna place it sticky side down at the bottom of my sheet here. And then I'm just gonna take a little squeegee. I'm gonna start peeling back the rest of the laminating sheet, keeping it as flat as possible so we don't get any bubbles. And I'm just gonna take my little squeegee and slide it along. It's like magic. And then I can use my little squeegee again to get all those little air bubbles out and make sure it's nice and flat. You can already see it's a lot glossier, it's a lot more durable looking, and now this is completely ready to cut. So I'm gonna place it on my Cricut mat here. And again, we are cutting this on the medium cardstock setting. So let's load this into our Cricut and cut some stickers. All right, so we're just gonna load it in. And these really shouldn't take that long to cut because we have pretty simple shapes that we're cutting today. Okay, she just finished cutting. So let's bring these over to the table and see how they did. All I'm gonna do is peel my mat away from my stickers and not the other way around, just to prevent bending and curling. Forgot we only made 5 stickers. And again, we're gonna try to bend the mat away from the stickers, not the other way around. And that just really prevents bending, curling, damaging the stickers. If you buy cheap Cricut mats like me though, you do run the risk of eventually snapping your mat, but oh well. Okay, so here are our finished stickers. I absolutely love how these turned out. I hope this showed you that you can use laser cut files, sublimation files, and all kinds of files and make really great stickers. So we'll see you here next week, but until then, happy crafting.